If you have good communication skill, you will get your point of view expressed fully, and if you are not able to experience love with a human being, so you go into unnatural love. If you make any irresponsible comment, it is enough to upset the other person, and the other person will stop listening to you and start criticizing you. My name is Dr. Kailash Mantry. I am a life coach and a mental health consultant. For the last 35 years, we have been treating mental patients of all categories, and we have been successful in treating all. Serious illnesses like schizophrenia, bipolar, autism, ADHD, Parkinson, Alzheimer's, drug addict, alcoholic, stammering, epilepsy, insomnia, anxiety disorder, depression, all diseases we have been successful in treating. Today we'll be talking on communication skills. That is one area where majority patients are not able to communicate effectively. Now there are two things. One is communication, which everybody is doing, and another thing is communication skill. Communication skill is the effectiveness of communication. From the childhood, every person starts talking. But if the talks are not effective, if the talk does not give desired results, that means you are not effective communication. That means you do not have communication skills. Today we'll be discussing what is communication, what is communication skill, and we'll see the difference. Communication consists of four things: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Now, all the academic schools, colleges, they teach us how to read and how to write. But there is no academic course on how to speak and how to listen. Speaking is automatically. A child by the age of 1 starts murmuring, and by the age of 2 starts communicating. Now, depending on where the child is born, which language the family is talking at home, he understands that language. That means in India, if in the family they are talking in Hindi, he starts talking in Hindi. If they are talking in English, he starts talking in English. If they talk in Marathi, Gujarati, whichever language people are talking, he understands the language and he starts talking. But listening is also a skill. We'll have a separate session on listening, but today we'll be talking on communication skill. Now, what is communication? You need to understand. Majority of the people, when they communicate only either of these two things. One is either it is loving and caring response, or it is a cry for help. Let me explain. If somebody is shouting, that is also communication. But if he is shouting, he is only saying, listen to me, understand me, that is cry for help. If anybody is in stress, tension, fear, basically what they are saying, anger, basically what they are saying is they are crying for help. So majority people, when they open their mouth, it is either of this. Either it is loving and caring response, or it is cry for help. If you are smart enough and can differentiate what the other person is saying, majority of your misunderstanding can be resolved. But human beings are basically reactive people. Whatever the other person says, people want to react, and that messed up the relationship. Let's understand what is communication, the dictionary meaning of communication. The dictionary meaning is, it is an opportunity to commune. That means to create relationship. But you see what is happening in reality. Whenever people open their mouth, they create conflicts, misunderstanding, argument, and basically the relations get distance, people feel hurt, and it spoils the relationship. But this is not communication. This is reaction. Communication is response. If I am saying something, or let's say if you are saying something, and if I am able to understand your world, what you are coming from, what is your intention, then communication can build relationship. Communication is a great tool, but it is a sword which can kill relationship and which can build relationship. The purpose of communication is only to create love and affinity. Love, affinity, understanding, trust, but this purpose is not served. Today we'll be talking on how to build relationship, trust, love and affinity with whichever people you come across. It is said that majority of the problems starts only when you open your mouth. If you are able to keep silence in any situation, the complications can be avoided. In a joking way, it is also said that husband-wife cannot talk for 5 minutes after 5 years of marriage till their death. Not that they don't love each other. Yes, when they are separated due to any reasons, they miss each other very much. So that means love is there, but does not come through communication. You must be hearing that people say, I have lots of love in my heart. Technically speaking, what they're saying is, I'm not able to communicate my true feeling. And if you examine, if you cut the heart, there is no love which can come out of it. It is only pumping of blood which comes from the heart. So love is only in communication. And people really don't know how to communicate. And basically what they are missing is, they are missing the knowledge of communication skill. Communication skill is the effectiveness of saying exactly what you want to say, but in a way that does not hurt the other person. Now this is a skill. I repeat again. Communication is not telling lies, manipulation, cheating, cunningness. It is saying exactly what you want to say. Listen, what I'm saying is what you want to say, but in a way that does not upset the other person. And if you look around people when they are talking, you will see that whenever people talk, either they are expressing their upsets or they are upsetting the other person. There is a great role of communication in everybody's life. But there is no training, there is no formal training, and people learn by default how to talk. Now, talking is not communication. Understanding people and making people understand your world, that is communication. People misunderstand talking as communication. No, that is hot air, and hot air makes only noises. So let us start the topic. What is communication skill? Communication skill are how we express our ideas, our feelings and information. Let me repeat. Communication skill is how we express our ideas, feelings and information. If you are in stress, upset, frustrated, angry, fearful, do you think you are using communication skills? No, you are only vomiting, only expressing your upset, frustration, and nobody wants to listen to your frustration. They only want communication to build relationship. A person who is upset, stressed, angry, fearful, or maybe other negative connotations, people do not enjoy your communications. So how you share your ideas, feelings and information, that is communication. In communication, you need to differentiate whether you are reacting or you are responding. There is a difference. Reacting means if somebody said something, if one dog barks like woo woo, and if you also start barking woo woo, do you think this is communication? And this is what is happening. One person is barking out of frustration, upset, anger, fear, and the other also starts barking. And there is no affinity created. There is no relationship created. Let's understand what communication skill includes. There is a difference between communication and communication skills. Now I'm talking about communication skills. You need to listen carefully when I'm using the word communication and when I'm using the word communication skill. Communication skill includes speaking, listening, body language and tone of voice. And communication includes talking, speaking, listening, reading and writing. Let me explain. If you are upset and if you are shouting, are you talking? Yes. Are you speaking? Yes. Are you listening? No. What is your body language? Full of frustration. What is your tone of voice? Bad tone of voice. Other person doesn't want to listen because it's a reaction. If you are barking, other person also starts barking. And there is only barking happening in communication. Is silence also communication? Yes. When you are listening, you are fully silent from inside. No internal talking, only understanding, only giving attention to what the other person is saying. So listening is also communication. Listening comes only through silence. You have to be not only silent from outside, that is pretending silence. You have to be silent from inside. That means there is no thought going in your head. Then you are silent. And rarely it happens that human beings are silent. Either they are communicating outside or they are communicating internally. So human beings are always in communication, whether they are talking or they are not talking. If somebody sits alone in the corner and not responding to whatever you are saying, is he communicating? Yes, he is communicating. I am not interested in your talk. And the good example is children at home when parents are talking or shouting. They do not respond. They are busy in their mobiles. But are they not communicating? They are communicating. Please stop all these things. I am not interested in listening. But does parent understand that children doesn't want to have this type of talks? No. They still keep on talking. So is advising, giving your opinion is also communication? Yes, it is communication. But it is without skill. If you are not able to persuade the other person to start conversation with you, to start talking with you, you do not have a skill. Parents only talk about with their children. They only want to pour all their wisdom on their children. They are eager to give all their wisdoms. And children know that your wisdom is not working in your life. How it is going to work in my life? So they don't listen. And by not listening, they are giving communication. I'm not enjoying your this talk. Do you have any other topic to talk? No, parents don't listen. And that's why there is no communication between parent and child. And they say it's a generation gap. No, it is a communication skill problem. If children are interested in sports, and if you talk about sports, they will talk with you for hours. But if children are interested in sports and you are talking about studies, they are not interested in talking. Husband and wife also, there is communication happening, but there is no skill in communication. So that means there is only talking happening, not communication. Husband is saying something, the wife does not understand. The wife is saying something, husband does not understand. Because, their worlds are different. There is a famous book, Man are from Mars and Woman is from Venus, which says symbolically, these are two different worlds. People from two different worlds, they don't understand each other's language. That's why there is no communication. They both love each other. All parents love their children and all children love their parents. But this feeling is not coming across in all families. 99.99% parents love their children. But 95% of the children feel they don't love. Even when I was a child, I had the same feeling. But this mistake we cured with our children. So our children have a feeling that we love. But in majority family, wherever we do counseling for conflict resolution in family, the basic problem is there is either parents thinks that they don't respect us or children think they don't love. And this is called cry for help. You are not able to understand the other person's world, other person's point of view. The truth is, if there are 8 billion people in the world, there are 8 billion point of views. Everybody looks at the situation from their own mind. And if you are not able to share your point of view in an authentic way, there is no communication happening. Authenticity has got a big role in communication. People tell lies in communication. And the only factor that spoils relationship is if one person is not authentic, that means if one person is lying or hiding some facts, the other person gets it and it kills communication. It kills relationship. Now, what is good communication? Whenever you are talking, every hour you should have introspection whether your communication was a good communication or a bad communication. Good communication builds relationship at work and in personal life. Bad communications spoils relationship at work and in personal life. Now, if we see the 4 categories of stress people are having, and there are only 4 categories of stress. First is financial stress, which comes only if you don't have communication skill. Second category, relationship stress, which also comes only when you don't have communication skill. Third stress is health stress, which also comes only when you don't have communication skill. That is internal communication. If your internal communication is not good, you will have health stress. And the fourth communication is what will people say and what are people thinking. This is also communication skills. If you are negative, your projection is people are thinking bad about you. If you are positive, you think all people are there to help you, to serve you. So if you are in stress, your communication is bad communication. If your communication is bad, you are in stress. So I repeat, communication is not just talking and everybody is talking. Communication is understanding the other person's feeling and being understood. Now, in both the areas, people are failure. They are not expressing fully to make their feelings understand, and they are not understanding the other person. Let's understand the word understanding. Understanding. You have to stand under to communicate. Now, every human being is egoistic. Egoistic means I am bigger, you are smaller. So it is not understanding, it is overstanding. If you want to have good communication, you have to first understand the other person's world. Let me give you an example. Does parent understand the world of a child, or does child understand the world of parent? No. Does wife understand the world of a husband? Does husband understand the world of a wife? No. Does boss understand the world of worker or staff? Or does staff or worker understand the world of the boss? No. That's why there are conflicts. I have understood through ages that all human beings are right. Even if their fight is in the court or there are physical fights, both the parties are right. If this fact is understood and is inbuilt in your being, you will be at peace and relationship will be of great. So no stress. you will have financial abundance, you will have good health, you will have good relationship, and you will experience love and happiness in your relationship, which is not happening. I have understood that all human beings are right. So whichever person is not aligning with my opinion, it is difficult to think how he is right. But he is right. And I am also right. I am not saying that you are wrong and the other person is right. You are also right. Parents also right. They are worried about children's future. And the children is also right. Don't be worried about future. Let me enjoy the present. And future will come from this present. If I am enjoying present, I will be creative in dealing with my life's problems and situations. So both are right. When my children were small, around 7 to 8 years, they used to fight with each other. And they used to wait when father is coming. When I used to come in the night around 9 p.m., they both were waiting to complain about each other. So my son will complain, Sagar will complain what Pooja did. And my daughter Pooja is also waiting and saying her point of view how Sagar is wrong. So I did not become judge from their very childhood. I played a game with them. I used to bring one big Cadbury and I used to tell them whichever person says how the other person is right, they will get this Cadbury. And children were very fond of Cadbury. It was a big Cadbury. So Sagar, instead of saying how Pooja is wrong, he will start saying how Pooja was right in this conflict. And immediately Pooja will also start saying how Sagar was right in his point of view. And the conflict was resolved. Had I sided with one person, the other child would have hurt and would have carried the feeling that father does not love me. This is what is happening in all families. I have talked to more than 1,000 families. If there are two siblings, both have the feeling that parents love the other child and not me, or love the other child more than me. Both the children, I repeat, because sometimes the parents side with one child, they become judge. Sometimes they side with one child against the other, and sometimes they side with the other child against the first one. So both remember the negative part. If your children are thinking, my parents love me more than the other, this is a happy family. So in my family, Sagar thinks I love him more than Pooja, and Pooja thinks I love Pooja more than Sagar. The truth is, all parents love all their children. But what mistakes they do, they become judge and they keep on passing their judgments, which is wrong. So don't become judge and always think whenever your children are fighting, they both are right. Only you have to make them understand each other's feeling. And this is a great art of resolving conflicts. Otherwise, I have seen when two persons are fighting, somebody becomes judge, maybe some elderly person, and after some time, both starts fighting with the judge and both start thinking the judge is wrong. So whenever the husband and wife are arguing or fighting, somebody becomes the judge. And after some time, they both are united and they both think the judge is wrong. In all the family conflicts resolution, I have seen this. Anybody who has become judge is become a victim after some time. So I don't do that resolution. I only make them understand each other's point of view. And once that is understood, conflict is resolved. Now let's take another topic. When do you need communication skill? I'm using the word skill. When do you need communication skill? This is the topic. Let's take two examples of understanding. When you talk, are you able to build relationship or spoil relationship? So let's understand communication with a music instrument. In this guitar, there are 4-5 strings. How you play the strings either creates a good feeling to the person. If you play it wrongly, noise is there, but people don't want to listen. And if you know how to play the strings, a music is created. So when you're talking, is music created? That means, it is good for the ears to listen, or only noise is created. Whenever you're talking, after half an hour, you should have that introspection. Either you are creating music or you are creating noise which the other person does not want. Second example, when Tata launched Nano car, it was a revolutionary car, but they marketed it as they communicated as it's a cheap car. So what was the listening people got? People were laughing when somebody was driving the Nano car. So after purchasing Nano car, the person was feeling bad and they want to get rid of Nano because it was a matter of laughter. It was a good substitute for two-wheeler. The cause was very noble. From safety point of view, it was marketed just double the price of two-wheeler. So Tata thought we'll capture the market of two-wheeler because there are four-wheeler and two-wheeler means two-wheeler. There is more risk of accidents in two-wheeler. It was half the price of the other car, but it failed. Had they marketed as an affordable car, it would have had a great success. Because if you are riding a cheap car. So listing is created, you are cheap. And nobody wants that feeling. The feature of nano of safety was not communicated. Your life is safe. And two-wheelers are marketing, it is adventurous. So two-wheelers growth was not affected. The nanos production got cut. I think they are not marketing anymore nano. And it is just communication. Let's have the topic. When do you use communication skill? Whenever you open your mouth with friends, family members, workplace, social gathering, you need this communication skill. It's a great leadership quality. All politicians are nothing but great communicators. Narendra Modi is a good communicator. Initially, during the year 2014 to 2019, people were mad after his communication. And he used to talk only what people enjoyed listening. जैसे अच्छे दिन आएंगे. People were carried away. ना खाऊंगा, ना खाने दूंगा. In India, making money is considered a sin. So anybody who makes money, people are against him. And he connected with this feeling during meetings, presentations or interviews. If you have good communication skill, you will get your point of view expressed fully and you will be understood fully. I'm telling all human beings are right. It's only the communication skill which differentiates people. If you're right and you're not able to communicate your feeling, other person thinks you're wrong. Any conflicts, family members, workplace, social gathering. If you see there are only conflicts and conflicts. I've been to social organization, very active, for almost 10 years. And what I have observed, in social organization there are only fights. Lions Club, Rotary Club, community social organizations. There are only politics and there are only fights. And the shrewd person is able to balance both the sides and is having the cake. In resolving conflicts, communication skill has got a great role to play. At this stage, I have understood all conflicts can be avoided. All fights can be avoided. All argument can be avoided if you learn communication skill. People are eager to give feedbacks. But do you think people enjoy taking feedbacks? No, because it's a skill how you are giving your feedback. My son Sagar is a very good communicator. I remember a time when he was just 8 years old. One day I was shouting at my daughter early morning. He was sleeping. In a relaxed state, he said, "कोई गुस्सा करना तो आपसे सीखे, कोई चिल्लाना तो आपसे सीखे." He expressed his upset in a way that does not upset me. One more example. While coming home at home after office, I used to keep my purse, my pen, my mobile on the dining table. And next day morning when I used to go, I knew it is kept at one place. So I used to take it and go to office. One day, my ball pen was missing and I started shouting, "Where is my ball pen? Who took my ball pen? Why you took my ball pen from here?" My son, who is a good communicator, he said, "What was the price of your ball pen?" What he was communicating is it worth shouting at family members for 20 rupees ball pen? He did not say that. He only said, "What was the price of your ball pen?" So he communicated to me, it is not worth shouting. And his age was just 10. If you are able to communicate without upset, without frustration, without anger, without fear, your communication will get across. So he had lots of love for me and he wanted me not to shout. So he did not shout it back at me. "What are you doing? Early morning I am sleeping and you are shouting about your ball pen. You are spoiling my sleep." He did not shout that. He only asked, "What was the price of the ball pen?" And I got his communication. It was not worth shouting. So your communication can deal with people's stress, frustration, anger, fear, and your communication can aggravate their stress, frustration, anger or fear. It's a great skill. All conflict can be resolved through talking. You hear everywhere that it is only misunderstanding. Either I am not understanding you or you are not understanding me. Or it is both. Neither I am understanding you nor you are understanding me. And that's the conflict. I feel very bad. The divorce rate is increasing. In America, it's almost 50%. In India also, it has crossed 40% in cities and it will cross 50% in next 4-5 years. And both regret after divorce and they miss each other. But they don't communicate. They are stuck in their point of view. I am right. The girl also says, "I am right, he is wrong." And the boy says, "I am right, she is wrong." And when they marry again, second marriage, do you know what they realize? First marriage was better. There is more hardship in the second marriage. And you know what is the difference? In the first marriage, what they have practiced, that is argument, frustration, they have become perfect in expressing argument, in expressing their anger, their frustration. Second marriage is worse than the first marriage. Majority of the cases. In India, there is not much culture of second marriage, third marriage, fourth marriage. In Western countries, they probably say, this is my fifth wife, this is my fifth husband. And they miss their first marriage. They think after 5 marriages, first was good. And both miss each other. But the fight has gone to such an extreme that now it is not possible to resolve the fight. Ego comes in and both suffer. Communication skill is needed anytime you want to explain, express or connect with somebody. So anytime you want to explain your point of view or connect with people, you need communication skills. And this is what you want. Either you want to explain your point of view or you want to express your feeling, and you want connections. You want affinity and love with human being. But if this is not coming, what is the alternative? If you're not able to experience love with a human being, so you go into unnatural love. Unnatural love is loving your dog, cat, your car, your two-wheeler. And I'm seeing this love happening across people. I'm not saying loving dog or cat is bad. I'm not saying that. But what should be the first choice? And you'll be surprised. People who love dog and cat are majority people who have not experienced love with human being. Majority. I'm not saying all. There are 10% exceptions in all categories. Whatever I am saying, it is not 100% truth. It is not possible. There are some people who would experience love with human being. Now they want to expand and want to love the nature and love all human beings. But these are exceptions. Majority people, only when they are not able to experience the love with the human being, they start loving these things. And is it really love? Love is a two-way communication. And dog and cats are talking in a language which human beings don't understand. Yes, dog is, wagging his tail. So that is a symbol of he is enjoying your company. But he is not communicating. Even if you hit him, he will wag his tail. He will tolerate all your nonsense and still wag his tail. So I will not say this is the best love. The best love is happening only with human being. And what is missing is communication skill, nothing else. All human beings want to experience love. There is a program I attended, The Path of Love. It was a great program. Everybody should experience the path of love. Even we will start this program if somebody is. But no, people are only after money. Money is the biggest incompletion. And you know why people want money? Only to have good feelings. And good feelings cannot come through money. Good feelings can come only through experience of love. But all people are after money. They spoil the relationship because of money. Now let's understand why is communication skills so important. They help avoid confusion, conflicts and build trust. So if your communication skill is helping you to avoid conflict, confusion and it is building trust, it's a communication skill, nothing else. But you see, are you building trust with people or creating more distrust, mistrust? Communication skills makes teamwork smooth and effective. All human beings are great workers if they are working alone. If it is worked in a team, everybody egos come into. Everybody wants to take credit. And in team, you don't get the credit. The team gets the credit. And you are ineffective in the team. In corporate interview, the first thing they see is, can you work in the team? Everybody is a one-man army. I will do everything alone. And it is not possible to do everything alone. Now, Narendra Modi is a great leader. And the only mistake he is doing is, he says, I will do it alone. He doesn't trust his ministers. He does not trust his member of parliament. And he wants to do everything alone. And he is messing up. And that is the biggest reason of his downfall. And he is a great leader. His intentions are good. But he is messing up. Everywhere he is messing up. He doesn't care for oppositions. He doesn't care for people who have opposite opinions than him. He thinks everybody is after me. And chappa jinki chhati. Main akela sab pe bhari. What is this communicating? So everybody is uniting. All oppositions are united to dethrone him. Good communications reduce misunderstanding and conflicts. And you will be surprised. In majority of people's life, there is only misunderstanding and conflict. There is no understanding and affinity. It helps you express your thought clearly and confidently. Do you think people have confidence? No. And I too strongly feel the biggest reason for mental illness is lack of confidence. And all the change starts from lack of confidence. So I can conclude with my experience of almost 30 or 40 years that if I can build your confidence, and it takes time, you will be out of your mental illness. Let it be anxiety disorder, insomnia, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, autism, ADHD, Parkinson, Alzheimer's, stammering, epilepsy, and the list goes on. So one major reason of all mental illnesses, physical illness, there are more than 12,000. There is not one reason for physical illness. For mental illness, the only Reason is lack of confidence, lack of communication skill. Internally also you need communication skill, what you are talking to yourself, and externally also when you open your mouth, you need communication skills. And there are conflicts, internal conflicts and external conflicts. You are full of conflicts, misunderstanding. Strong communications build good quality leadership and quality decision making. People overthink. So small thing also they spend 2 to 3 hours. And decision making is such an art. You should be able to decide the smallest things in 5 seconds and the biggest thing in 5 minutes. And it is an art and it is possible. The longer you take in taking decisions, the more stress you will have. Mark my word. The longer you take in decision taking, you will create more confusion, more stress. अभी आप देखो जितने भी सुपरस्टार है, अमिताभ बच्चन, शाहरुख खान, सलमान खान, आमिर खान, अक्षय कुमार, कपिल शर्मा, what good quality they have got? They have good communication skills. They are in integrity. Amitabh Bachchan has become a superstar. At time was there, Rajesh Khanna was the superstar. What does he mean by superstar? When he was speaking, people are listening. People are admiring him. And I'm saying there is nothing but communication skill. Their acting was not acting. Their being was involved in their acting. And people used to connect with them in whichever movie they are coming. So all the superstars are nowadays paid 100 crores per movie. 100 crores per movie. And more. And new stars are not giving even 1 crore per movie. And the difference is only communication skill. Think before you speak. Use words very carefully. Now there are 2 categories of people. One who speak and then think, and one who think before speaking. Now what to talk and what not to talk, what to say and what not to say is also communication. Only saying is not communication. The art of communication is what you should say and what you should not say. And it requires a lot of maturity. Watch your body language, eye contact, postures and gestures. They all matter in communication. Give you an example. If a husband is giving a gift of 10 lakhs rupees gold diamond to a wife, and if he's not having eye contact, not expressing his love, only throwing at her, do you think wife will be happy? Yes, she'll be happy with that lakh gift, but there is no love and affinity will be created. If I throw this on my wife, this is for you, take it. My wife will take it. But the purpose of gift was to create love and affinity, which is not happening. So it is ineffective communication. Now what is effective communication? It should be honest, it should be open, it should be to the point. Your body language, your tone, your gestures should be in integrity. Why Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan are great actors? Their action, their thoughts, their feelings are aligned in that shooting. And majority people, they say something, they do something, they think something, and they are not aligned. So in communication, integrity is very important. In communication, generosity is very important. In communication, responsibility is very important. If you make any irresponsible comment, it is enough to upset the other person, and the other person will stop listening to you and start criticizing you. Ask questions, show interest, and make sure you understand the other person's world. If you ask questions to only make the other person wrong, if there are sarcastic questions, the other person will stop talking to you. That's what's happening with parent-child, husband-wife. Practice empathy. There's a difference between empathy and sympathy. Sympathy means I pity on you. Empathy is I understand your world. I understand your feeling. So anybody who understands the other person's feelings, other person's point of view, affinity is created. And sympathy means I am big, you are small, I am sympathy with you. Empathy is seeing their world from their point of view. In communication, the most important thing is how calm you are from inside. Calmness can be pretended, but that is not calmness. When there is a difficult conversation, at that time, this quality is of most important quality. In spite of the fact that the other person is arguing, shouting, and they are in stress, if you are calm, you will be effective in your communication. Keep learning. At the age of 66, I am still spending 3 hours in learning. Earlier it was 10 to 12 hours. From the age of 18, almost 12 hours I was reading. I have read more than 10,000 books on personal growth, and now I am aging, so I do not spend so much time in reading. But still I spend 3 hours in reading. Every day, including Sunday. Reading is my passion. Read, speak, and engage in different kind of conversations. You should be comfortable in talking about God also, in talking about sex also, in talking with your children also, in talking with your spouse also, in social gathering also, in public speaking also. Now my final message. I know this video is long and there is importance to communication skill. So let's start with our final message. Communication is a skill you can learn and you can improve. Better communication means better relationship, better work and more confidence. Listen more, speak clearly and connect with respect. The way you speak can change the people to see you and how well they understand you. And communication is everything, and you are doing it almost 50 to 18 hours a day. But 90% people are missing communication skill. And I once again repeat, communication skill is an art of saying exactly what you want to say in a way that does not upset the other person. So you need to learn, you need to practice. And I'm not saying it is easy, it is difficult. I have also understood it with a hard way. Almost 10 to 15 years I was researching on communication, and I've concluded communication is everything, communication is life. The quality of your life determines the quality of your communication, and the other way also. The quality of your communication determines the quality of your life. If you have a lot of frustration, anger, upsets, conflicts, that means your quality of communication is bad, and that's why your quality of life is bad. So both way. If you want to improve your quality of life, you have to improve your communication skills. If you want to improve your communication skills, you have to improve your quality of life. And both are same. I know all human beings want to experience love and affinity with all human beings, but unfortunately, due to no formal education on communication skills, people are messing up the relationship with whichever person you are staying for more than 1 year. See how much misunderstanding is there. In India, the population is almost 140 crores. And you'll be surprised. There is not even one person in this world who understands you and you can experience love with that person. That is not one person. Yes, when the children are small, everybody has got love experience with the children. And the same child, when it grows, there are conflicts which are happening. There are misunderstandings which are happening. Children don't listen to the parents. And what has happened is a bad communication. Whether your communication is good or bad, the best test is, the litmus test is how you are talking to your juniors. Junior could be your children, your spouse, your staff, or people who are earning less than you, your security guard, your worker. Are you creating love and affinity with them? Everybody wants to impress their seniors. There you are very good at communication because there you are expecting something from them. There is a possibility of getting something. But the real possibility is, the real communication is how you are doing with your juniors. And that is the litmus test of communications. How good you are as a human being. So I would say skill is important, but being is more important than the skill. If your being is good, skill comes automatically. My child who was 10-year-old, he had not gone through communication skill program, but his being was good. He was having love for me, respect for me, but still at the age of 10 also, something he did not like, and he communicated so effectively that I really got what he wants to say. In communication, intention is more important than words. If you focus on the intentions, you will find that 98% people are right in their intentions, but they used wrong words. And you are master in catching words and messing up relationships. So don't catch words. When people are in stress, they use wrong words. Keep your calm and do gold mining. You know what is gold mining? When you dig the earth, immediately gold does not come. When you dig earth, what will come first? The stones, the sand, then maybe some water, then maybe coal, and at the end you will get the gold. So when you are digging human being, you should dig for gold, not for mud. And this is an art. I would say being is more important than the art. Being is more important than the skill. If you can purify yourself from fear, anger, frustrations, upsets, guilt, shames, and if you can deal with your failures, rejections, and can have confidence like Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, you can be a great communicator. All human beings are great communicators. We only need to shake you and remove your dust, and you are a good human being. All human beings are good human beings. There is a lot of negativity which has come into your mind, and that has to be removed. You need to be only purified. All mental patients need to be only purified. They need to be given good bath in a washing machine, and they can become as fresh as a child. When you communicate, you need to communicate your intention, not gossip. Gossip is called talking round and round, not coming to the point. And majority people, what are they talking? They are talking on topic which does not relevant to them. They are talking about price hikes, corruptions, and now the favorite topic is Narendra Modi. People are either for Narendra Modi or against Narendra Modi. And now they have shifted to Rahul Gandhi. Some people are for Rahul Gandhi, some people are against Rahul Gandhi. It doesn't improve your quality of life. It doesn't take your life forward. Focus on your life. Focus what matters to you in your life. Focus on the relationship with people who are staying at your family. Focus on your health, on your earnings. I'm saying, now there is a Ganpati festival and majority people are not working. They have taken leave from the office. 7 days leave. And Ganpati function is more important than their life. I don't know whether God is there or not. It is not my concern. I know if you focus on your life, you will grow. we end this topic here. I thank you for listening to this video, and kindly forward this video, and please comment how did you like this video. Thank you.